the chat if you would. Spend some time getting to know someone new in the live, and let's recap the day. First day back after a long holiday weekend for some folks. Um, I'm not in that boat, thankfully, this week, but I appreciate you coming back. I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to get in, but hello, ladies. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, I am excited to be sharing a handbag with you that has been on my wish list for some time. If you're someone who loves timeless, high quality leather bags that feel luxurious but are also functional, this one just might be your next purchase. So, let me start by telling you what I think is so special about this bag. And that first thing is the leather. So, this bag is crafted in Italy using full grain Italian leather, which is known for its durability and the way that it gets softer and patinas over time. When you touch it, you can feel that it's not just any leather, it's supple, it's buttery, yet it's structured enough to hold its shape. Each bag is finished with an artisanal craftsmanship, meaning that real hands have cut it, stitched it, and treated the leather with precision. This gives it that refined, luxurious feel that you don't always get with mass produced bags. So, on that note, we have a bag reveal. And you can see it's got the red drawstring, so you already know which collection it's coming out of. Let me dig in here and see if we can get this bag out so that we can talk about the details. It's in here tight. I have been wanting this bag and it's here. I've been holding on to it for just a little bit, not intentional. And oh, it's a big one. Okay. It is bag number 25 of 33. Oh my goodness. I am in love. Oh my goodness. Okay, here she is. Do you see this? Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's talk about the details. This bag is 13 inches wide or long. It is 10 inches high, and it's about 6 inches in the butt. It does have 5 feet here under the bottom, and I absolutely love how this belting detail falls under the bottom to capture the feet. I do not have another bag in any of the Dooney lines that has the bottom feet like this. This leather is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I've been sitting on this bag for a little bit, and tonight was as good a night as any for me to pull it out. And the reason is I noticed that the Labor Day sale has been extended. And when I checked inventory, everything is linked down below. When I checked the inventory yesterday evening, it was only showing 9 bags left, and it was in the black. I went ahead and pulled the trigger on the black and then decided, you know what, that might not have been the smartest thing because you haven't opened the saddle color yet to make sure that it's actually going to work for you before you pull the trigger on the other one. So I've been going back and forth in a chat thread with Candy Crusher, and I, I tried to talk myself out of purchasing the black, and actually, without knowing it, she actually talked me deeper into the vortex to pull the trigger. So I do have the black one coming. It wasn't hard to push me into the vortex because I have been looking at the Coach Empire 40. I have also been looking at the Row Marlowe. I have decided against the Empire 40. I love the colors. I love the suede. Um, but I've just decided against that bag. And I actually went again today to take a look at it to be sure that my no was going to be a firm no. And then just as far as the row goes, I have been in that vortex for probably about 10 or 11 months now. And there's just something about a bag with a price tag that has a comma in it that just still doesn't sit well with my spirit. I know there are a lot of brands out there, some really amazing ones. But I thought that I could find a bag within the fashion houses that I love, that I know that have the quality that work for me, that would not have that comma in the price tag, and hence this purchase. I truly believe that it is giving kind of the best of both worlds, but with the Boldrini craftsmanship and with a leather that I know I do not have to baby. Now, one of the things that I want to check is there are yeah, six adjustments on the strap. And for whatever reason, I don't know if you can see that detailing, but the holes are actually numbered on both sides. But this should be a functional strap, which means that if this strap drop is not long enough, because we're getting ready to head into, at a minimum, jacket season, I should be able to adjust the strap so that it does pass the elbow test, because right now it is just scraping all the bottom of my arm. So I could probably use at least one more, if not two adjustments, to make this super, super comfortable. But all of the belting detail, I have still out the flap satchel in the natural for those that may be looking to see what the color difference is between the two collections. So this one is saddle, this one is natural, this one is from the Florentine collection. All right, let's look in the interior. All right, so before we even get there, let's talk about the closure of this bag, because it has a center flap with a magnetic snap, and it does have a center zip. I talked myself into and out of and just finally said, pull the trigger. You can maybe not do a few pouches and just let the center pocket be your catch-all. Let it be your purse junk drawer. So that is the plan for this center. Okay, so things that I immediately notice about the interior of the bag, which I've noticed this on a couple of bags lately, is that the center zip is not stitched all the way down. So this is the bottom of the center zip. So I would definitely need to weigh that pocket down, or to kind of keep it to one side, so that I have the benefit of the base of the bag It's only stitched here on the top on the side. I may have to get with Handbag Hauler because I know that she actually cut the center pouch out of her Alto Pieri, I think, bag. So, and it seemed to work. So I may actually, I don't know. This one is actually stitched into the hardware on the bag. I think hers had O-rings. So I'm probably going to end up having to leave the center zip in place. And just so that you can kind of see a little bit more of the detail. So this piece here, this belting that is literally holding the strap in place, is this piece of leather that's also holding the top of the center zip. So if I cut that out, then I'm gonna be messing with the integrity of the bag. So either I have to cut the, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So we're gonna be using the center zip as I talked myself into it as a purse junk drawer. And it will be a large purse junk drawer because it does go to the bottom of the bag, but it is not stitched. There is a zipper pocket here on the back. There is a card slot that can be used for ID, debit card, transit card, any of those things that you need quick access to. And then on the front wall, you have the magnetic snap on the top of the zipper pocket. And then there is also a small, well, no. I wonder if my phone will fit in there. All right, the pocket size has been updated in a Defender case with a flat pop socket on the back. My phone fits in the pocket. So this will work. I am certain that my 15-inch laptop will fit in here, although I have no plans of carrying my laptop in here. But a full-size wallet, a small laptop or your iPad, makeup pouch, sunglasses, keys, phone, bottled water, umbrella, all of it will fit. It's roomy enough for all of your daily use without feeling like it's going to be too large of an oversized travel tote. But for my big bag lovers, it is not too big. It is not heavy. It has a minimal hardware on it, although it does have great quality leather. It only has hardware on the feet and on the straps. Other than that, it's just the weight of the leather. Now the feet on the bottom, these actually almost look like studs or at the bottom part almost looks like a screw. Can you see that? Like something that you would use an adjustable wrench to get around to adjust. And again, I don't have another bag that has that detail on it. So I'm really liking that. All right, so let me get back to my notes. So it's definitely spacious. It's structured. I believe that it will elevate any outfit. So I'm just going to do a quick test because the bag that I carry today is the bag that keeps me from purchasing any other olive colored bags because it just works perfectly whenever I wear olive or green, which is not often, but this is the bag that I carried today. So, and this is the bag that had I done the reveal earlier, I could have carried today. And I think that's just a completely different look. I'm definitely going to have to adjust the straps because look, no shoulders. no shoulders at all. So I'm going to have to adjust that just a little bit so that it's more comfortable to get the straps to lay flat. Maybe that will work. It sits right at my hip. It actually feels like if you have this drawstring from the Robertson collection, which is eons years old now, these bags actually fall in the exact same spot. So this one without being adjusted is at the same spot on my hip as the drawstring bag. But I do feel like I need just a little bit more space. It's kind of kissing the deodorant zone, and I don't particularly care for that. So I think I'm going to adjust it down just a little bit. Get the stuffing back over here out of the way. All right. For the quality of this leather, it is definitely lightweight, which means that because it's a big bag, it's going to be able to hold more. You're not starting out with a bag already super heavy and weight it down. You can actually pile your stuff in there, and it will be the weight of your items that you're feeling, not necessarily the weight of the leather. It is on a higher price point, but if you look at the regular price of this bag, I think it's like regular $8.50 versus what the sale price is now with limited quantity. It is well beyond the 40% off zone that I typically look at making purchases from like the Alto or any of the specialty collections. So definitely take a look at it. It is comfortably sitting now in the same price range as some of the Florentine pieces, and this is definitely leather that is in a different category from Dooney and Bourke. So I recommend, as far as this bag goes, storing it with stuffing, like so that it keeps its shape, because it's a structured bag, but it can easily get out of shape. I would also recommend storing it out of light and in its dust cover. If there are any like scratches or anything, unfortunately with this leather, it's kind of, you break it, you buy it. You can try, your fingers and buffing it out, but it doesn't typically work. The dust cover doesn't typically work in buffing out scratches. So it is going to age and show its life on the hide as you use it, if you bump it, if you scratch it, if your nail dings it, if it gets caught on something. And I don't want that to scare you into thinking that it's going to be high maintenance. It's just going to be a bag that as you carry it and use it and wear it, it is going to tell the story of its journey. And it starts out flawless with no issue. So every ding, every scratch, every spot of patina, it is going to be the story of its life. So for leather care, I do recommend like a gentle leather conditioner on occasion. I wouldn't do that for probably the first year of usage unless you have something major going on with the bag. Again, remember to keep it out of direct sunlight and avoid moisture. Leather and moisture do not pair well. So I could see putting this bag like from a casual look. I could see throwing on a pair of jeans, a crisp white shirt, button down, maybe some ballet flats, or maybe even some little booties or shooties. And this bag is going to instantly elevate that classic look, especially if you're pairing in accessories that are going to pull the tone of the bag. This one is saddle. I have ordered the black. The black is the one that is on sale in limited quantities. So I would do that. For work, I would definitely style it with like some like a slim leg pant, a tailored blazer. I could see it with pumps or even nice flats. It's going to present a very strong, polished, professional look, right? Showing up saying, I mean business, or I am the business. And then if you are a bigger bag for a date night, little black dress, strappy sandals, gold accessories, and this bag. It's just going to elevate. It's just going to elevate everything, and it's not going to be over the top, right? It's going to be a little bit larger, but not everybody carries like little dainty bags on date night. Some people don't have time to change bags, or it's just not in their collection. I'm kind of wishing I could get a little bit of a redo for today, because while I love my Robertson, I would have loved, like, let me check these shoes. So these are the shoes that I had on today. They are forever old as well, from Nine West. And that, like, whether it's boots, pumps, sandals, even if you've got like a full leather sneaker that's got neutral, natural color undertones, this is just going to work. Minimal branding and detailing. I absolutely love the stitch work. I do need to do a little bit of research to figure out this whole numbering situation. I've seen that on a couple of bags, and I haven't really, unless it's just to keep people from counting to see which notch they've adjusted to. I could see that. And then the side detailing with the triangle on the side and all of the stitch work. No pop stitches anywhere. And then that belting that just goes underneath the bottom. But it's not cradling the bottom like Florentine might, or like some other collections where the belting goes all the way across. Oh, this is gorgeous. I am so glad that I pulled the trigger on the black. I think I can travel with this bag, but I'm definitely going to need to adjust the belting, and let's see if I can take it to 2. Okay. That's going to make it just a tad longer. Slide that back in and under. But that now means, okay, so when I adjusted it just by 1 to take it to 2, because it was odd, when it came it was at 3. Now this leaves this belting here open, but I'm going to adjust the other one as well, just to see if that adjustment is enough, or if I need to take it all the way to 1 for it to be comfortable through the airport. So the adjustment is functional. Do y'all see that? It's just perfect. That's it right there. I just needed one more. It's perfect. It's no longer kissing like the top of my, or the bottom. It's not kissing my armpit. It's not like sucking on my deodorant. So that is perfect. That's perfect. Oh my goodness. Okay, so everything about this bag is linked down below. There it is on Dooney, but it's in the Labor Day sale, but it is also on ILD, where the price is even better. So that is where I would recommend making the purchase from. It is the Volta Leone, and this is the color saddle. This bag has definitely satisfied my quest for the Empire style bag silhouette from Coach, with just kind of the way that the silhouette comes out on the sides. It's, though, not as heavy, because I went to go check today because I wanted to be sure. The Empire bag is definitely, it's the 40. Let me clarify which one I went to go check. The Empire 40 is definitely a heavier than Leone. So if weight is a concern starting out before you start piling your things in, you may want to reconsider or consider this as an alternative. And then for me, the Marlowe, that bag has a nice shoulder drop. It is, I think, 17 inches long, which is a huge oversized tote, which is what immediately caught my attention. But that leather can get, it starts out a little softer, and it's just going to get softer and more buttery over time. This leather will also get a patina. It's going to soften slightly, but this leather is never going to slouch as long as I take care of it. So that's the difference for me. And this one, of course, doesn't have a comma in the price tag like the Row does. And quite honestly, at the current sale price, this one is priced even better than the Empire as well. The larger one, the 40. So this is it. I will be using the center zip. I could actually, I think, probably put my laptop in there. Do I want to put my laptop in there, though? I don't. I don't want to put my laptop in here. It is a huge zipper pocket. This is going to be the catch-all. Matter of fact, let's just put some stuff in here. All right. So we've got a cosmetic. I can't see putting my loose lippies and things like that in the center zip. So I'll definitely be using a cosmetic. This is just so that we can see what fits. I'm not saying this is what I'm going to put in the bag, but I have been using a Janine as my purse junk drawer. So just humor me in the event that I decide to do something different with the center zip. So let me throw, oh, that fits in there perfectly. All right, we're going to also put the Janine in north-south. I'm going to put that on the right side. We are going to grab the card, the Zip Wallet 14, and it will actually fit in the back pocket, so I don't have to fish it out, which also means that my beloved card case that I have been living in for a year and a half will fit because it's smaller than this wallet. We're going to go with a full-size wallet, which not putting in the zipper because I don't want to have to unzip to dig that out. Got a bottle of water that has tape stuck to it, so let's stick that in here. Let's see. We are going to throw in, I've got one of my iPad mini cases. So I'm going to stick that in the center because I could definitely see keeping that secure. I will also put in a large, slim Dooney wristlet. What else will fit in here? A lot. Let's do, I don't have my Dooney agenda in here. No, I don't. So let's put in all right, we're going to put in a notebook. I can stick that in the center as well. Straight up and down, north-south, and it fits with no issue. We're going to grab a kiss lock because that's always in my bag for tech. that is everything in there. Let's see how it feels. Oh, I was expecting that to be super heavy. Now, of course, the accessories are empty with the exception of the water bottle, which is full, but that adjustment is good. Straight over the shoulder, not super heavy. Let's see if the bottom is sagging. Look at it from the side. Is it sagging? I don't feel like it is. Stands up, of course, on its own. Yep. It works. I think I'm going to move in and travel with it. I feel like this deserves a trip to the airport. So, iPad mini. Got a notebook inside. Get all this stuff stacked back over here in my little... I can still throw keys in with no issues. A small wallet, a larger wallet, any of those would work. This is not going back. Go back. Okay. So that would easily work in there for keys or key fob. So that's the center. We've got water. I've got a East-West Janine for cosmetics, purse, junk drawer, catch-all, full-size cosmetic. The wallet, I still didn't use either of the pockets, so there's still that room there. Plenty of room for my phone. Got a full-size wallet in here. Kiss lock for tech. That's why I couldn't find this card case. I gotta do better. Gotta do better. That means that other card case I've been looking for is inside something else too. I've just gotta find it. All right. So we've got the North-South Janine. I thought that was stuffing in there. And then we've got the slim wristlet. This is a big mama bag. Considering the starting price of $850 and where it is sale price today, it's already September, and I would say that this is so far the best, if not one of the best, I would say the best deals that I have gotten so far this year. Again, the craftsmanship, the fact that this was handcrafted, it wasn't mass produced someplace. Every stitch, every seam, every cut, every trim that was glazed was done by hand in Italy, in a tannery that specializes in this leather. So from $850 to the current sale price, Labor Day sale extending, it is absolutely worth it. When this bag first released, there was a glitch deal, and when it glitched, I thought, oh my goodness, do I want to get it? And I hadn't quite decided yet. It was on my wish list, but I hadn't committed, because that sometimes is a process for me. And then by the time I was like, yeah, you need to get it, the glitch price was gone, and my poor heart has been, faint ever since. So to see it at an even better than glitch price right after it released, saddle color and the black is on its way. So this is the Volta Leone, and I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. So thank you so very much for joining me. Is it middle of the week yet? We're coming up on the middle of the week. Thank you for watching. Share the video with someone else. Check out again the affiliate links down below if you're considering making the purchase. It is an absolutely stunning bag. Absolutely stunning. It does not have on it like a hang tag or anything. I don't remember seeing a hang tag on it online as well. If I go back and check the pictures, I may have to just call customer service, but I don't remember seeing a hang tag with all of the belting. Belting is functional and adjusts. It only adjusts though on one side. The other side is stitched solid with a D-ring. And then once you adjust it, either more of it goes through this loop to hold it in place, or the shorter, then that means the loop on both sides is open. I think it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I paid way more for this one. Way more for this one than the current Labor Day sale price. So don't miss out. It was limited quantity. Yesterday when I checked, there were only 9 showing in inventory. So 8 people will be able to get it because the 9th one is already accounted for. Already purchased it. So thank you so very much for watching. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up before you head out. Share this video with another Dooney addict. And until next time, I do hope you find something that feeds your addiction. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of the week.